Hey everybody, it's Joey again. You're watching Vegas D-Tech. We're in the lounge and this is Tech Talk number 26. And today I have a subscriber in the UK named Jonathan that wants to know, Joey, do a review already on the Quest stuff. How come nobody wants to talk about the Quest metal detectors? Well, you know what? Today I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty behind what's the whole invisibility with Quest products in North America or the United States. If this is information that you'd want to hear, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so anyways, I'm trying to answer a question that I got on my comment board here from Jonathan in the UK, who says that in the UK a lot of guys over there really love this Quest product line. And they told me, Joey man, do a review on the Quest, do a review on the Quest, their product is really good. And I was always wondering, I've owned a couple of the Quest detectors in the past, and they were pretty good detectors, and I always wondered, why is it that I never see any of this product actually being marketed or nobody doing any reviews on Quest products here in America? So finally I decided to go and do my own research, get my own emails that I could sniff out, and find out all the intel that I can and bring it to you guys so that we can dive in and find out just what's going on behind Deteknix Quest and why is it that this company doesn't get all the love that it should get. So jumping right in guys, Deteknix Quest is a Covina, California based company that has its roots also in China. So it's a California, China based company that was established in 2007. Okay? It started off with mini machines, the security devices that you use inside of, clubs and airports. Just like Garrett, it started its business doing this type of a situation. Now, this company here called MD Hunter Forum had this article on there where they discussed this and went on and on and on with it, and I was able to condense all of this stuff down and assimilate all the pertinent information, stuff that I could validate from credible users, and I put together this little information list here for you. So jumping right in, First Texas filed a lawsuit against Deteknix in U.S. court in autumn of 2016. The claim was based on the fact that a new Deteknix Quest Pro metal detector software resembled the already existing platform of the Deteknix T2. Alright? So they came out and they displayed a lot of their products out at like a convention in 2016. They were showing a lot of the stuff that they were about to come out with. And somebody took a look at that and said, wow, this thing resembles a lot of the menu icon features and the behaviors of the Deteknix T2. How odd. And also, they also had a coil that looked just like the Garrett coil. How odd again. So, fake brand metal detectors appear abundantly in the markets. The country of origin, undoubtedly, China. A complete copy of the Deteknix T2 and the Garrett Pro Pointer appeared on the markets and detector store shelves everywhere. Dude, this was a big problem. People were getting their Deteknix T2 and they were having to call in saying, dude, is this fake? Is the serial number proper? They were getting a lot of fakes, okay? Now, I'm thinking that this story is trying to lead people to believe that Deteknix was responsible for all of these detecting counterfeit metal detectors that were coming out of China, and that's just not true. Okay. However, Deteknix Quest was the very first company to go legit, and it seems that with some adjustments to their company and products, they succeeded, and they did just that. So, guilty as charged, exclaimed Tim Mallory, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for First Texas. Guilty in China, guilty in Africa, and now guilty in USA. Alright, we got him, said Tom Walsh, who was the president of First Texas. After chasing the Chinese counterfeiters down and their criminal organizations around the globe, we're shutting them down. Victory. Absolute victory, right? But what was odd was that suddenly, just as quickly as they won the case, no charges filed. First Texas dropped the case and settled out of court.
The state like to dismiss all charges.
What? Here is an email sent out by Tim Mallory, Vice President, to his authorized dealers. To all Fisher and Deteknix sales agents, First Texas Products has dismissed its lawsuit against Deteknix after the two companies entered into a confidential, why confidential, settlement agreement. Deteknix acknowledges that FTP, First Texas Products, owns the T2 software and agrees to the validity and enforceability of the First Texas copyrights to its software code. So there it is. I knew there was something crazy about that because the lawsuit that they had wasn't against Deteknix for actually making a clone of the Deteknix T2. Somebody else was doing that. Okay, it had nothing to do with Deteknix. Because I took a look at their box and they opened up the box and they inspected the innards of it, and the chip in there was not a clone chip. It didn't look like a chip at all. It didn't have any kind of the user interface. The box, it looked nothing at all like the T2. Here, take a look at it for yourself. Here's a T2, and there's the Quest Pro. They look absolutely nothing alike. So it wasn't the fact that these products that were coming out being faked was the T2. That had nothing to do with Deteknix. What the problem was the software. All right, they said there's only two real ways that you can make a company from scratch. A, you spend millions and millions of dollars and you create software from scratch. Or B, you take somebody else's software that's already out there, work around it, and find a way to change it up a little bit to make it yours to where you're not directly infringing on copyright. But it didn't look like they did that. It looked like all they did was they just took the source code and the software and just started plugging the very same thing into the chips and putting those chips into their boards and coming out with their own hardware in conjunction with the software and created their own Quest Pro, which is violation, man. And you know, Deteknix caught on to it. Boom, caught him, sued him, tried to shut him down. All right. Now, this is what gets me, which is kind of funny. You win the judgment. You could sue these people into bankruptcy, never to come back, as well as all the punitive damages that the courts are going to apply to this company, levies and so forth that'll probably be even bigger than the fines and fees that are being paid out by the company to First Texas. So why all of a sudden are you going to just settle out of court like this, man? Something fishy was going down here, bro. Nobody does anything like that. And I claimed, I just thought about it long and hard. There's always been a problem with First Texas, man. And I believe what happened was that these lawyers for both sides of these companies, you got the little guy that's Deteknix, and you got the big powerhouse, which is First Texas, right? They're sitting in a court, they're sitting in a meeting room, and they're discussing the back and forth of what's about to go down, and you've got them over the barrel. Then all of a sudden somebody pulls something out of the bag saying, yes, you got us, man, you did, you get us, you know, we copied your software, we shouldn't have done that, you got us. But is it necessary for you to completely bankrupt the company? It is? Well, I don't think it is, because, I was just wondering, are these your boxers? Are these your boxers, bro? It's got your name on it. And there seems to be some, there are some doo-doo stains up in here, man. Oh, some doo-doo stains. What am I talking about, the doo-doo stains, man? First Texas has been lying about the Made in USA logo for years that they put on their products. And I would assume that this also has something to do with the settlement. All right? It isn't hard to take apart one of their detectors and show the assembled in Mexico sticker that's on the inside of the control box. All right? The parts that were sourced from China before they were assembled, then sent to the distributor out of Texas to have it packaged and sent out with the Made in USA logo on it. All right? Just like every other US-based company that does the same thing. You take the risk in intellectual fraud when outsourcing to foreign labor to save a buck. All right? So basically, you know what, man? They just came out and said, look, man, if this is going to go all the way and you're going to sue us now and fine us and force us into bankruptcy, Well, we're just going to take the whole house of cards down with us too, because we're going to expose your dirty laundry here, man. That, you know what? We have contracts right here in Dongjiang province, China, that's got a warehouse filled with Deteknix chips that are being made, assembled in our plant to be sent back to you. However, each and every one of your boxes say made in USA. Now, look, there's nothing wrong with something being made in another country. You just got to be outright with it. You got to put that on your box, okay? My Simplex, it says in there it's made in Turkey. We all know that. That's fine. My two Minelabs, my X-terra and my Equinox, they both say made in Malaysia. All right. At first, that kind of upset me because I was like, man, I thought that I'm buying a product that is made by Australians in Australia. That's what I wanted. You know what I mean? But instead, it was made in Malaysia. But I don't really care where it's made, as long as it's work and they're going to honor the warranty. Then I'm good. What the problem was here is that for the longest time, First Texas Deteknix, they have been putting the Made in USA logo on their box, and everything inside of that says anything but. And I believe that at this point in time, this stuff was about to hit the fan, and it was going to bring down not just First Texas. It wasn't just going to expose First Texas. It was going to expose Garrett, because Garrett had just acquired Whites, and somewhere in the course of Whites, before they shuttered and went down, there was some dealings that they had with them sourcing out product as well coming out of China, you know, that didn't even hit the news or anything like this. But Garrett is acquiring their company not just for the intellectual rights to all of their patents and so forth, but also because of the brand loyalty name that everybody liked Whites, simply because they were a made in USA company. On July 1st, 2021, the Federal Trade Communication finalized a new made in USA labeling rule that went into effect August 13, 2021. The rule prohibits marketers from marketing unqualified made in USA claims on labels unless one of three. Actually, all three of these things have to go into place in order for you to be able to put a made in USA label on it. Number one, final assembly or processing of the product occurs in the United States. Number two, significant processing that goes into the product occurs in the United States. Significant. And then number three, all or virtually all ingredients or components of the product are made and sourced in the United States. Okay? All three of these need to happen now, so they can no longer just put the Made in USA logo on it. They're going to have to put wherever it came from. Made in Vietnam, made in Malaysia, made in Korea, made in China. It's got to be on the box. They got to play ball just like everybody else does. All right? Alright guys, so anyways, the way I see this, man, it's just water under the bridge, man. You know, Deteknix, they came out and said, yes, we were wrong, we used your software, we won't do it again. And as a matter of fact, they've retooled all of their detectors. Now the circuit boards are actually saying Deteknix inside of it. No longer are they using anybody else's code, they're using their own code, and they're coming out with their own detectors. I've used some of their detectors in the past, and the detectors were they were built awesome, man. You know, they were right along the line of what a Simplex was. Actually, when the Simplex came out, I had already used some of the Deteknix stuff, and I was just thinking, wow, man, the Simplex really feels a lot like Deteknix. Whereas if you've never had any of the Deteknix Quest products, you would have looked at Nokta Makro, and you would be like, wow, that collapsing shaft. Well, that collapsing shaft design, I already had that years before Nokta Makro had that. I had that collapsing shaft design with the Deteknix metal detector, the Q40. I had that years before that even came out. Where everybody gets their ideas from, I have no idea, man. But this is no secret here that one company did bad, and they found dirt on another company that was doing bad, and they came to a settlement out of court, and guess what? Nothing happened to Deteknix. They just decided to change their name because they didn't want all this stigma following them, and they're doing quite well. The UK loves them. You know, all these people in England, they're using them. It's just, you know, Jonathan, you wanted to know why America, it's not a big thing here in this market, and simply I just think that, in America, we frown on knockoffs. We frown on, fakes and rip-offs and stuff. And it's like they're thinking, if this company had its roots in pirated software, I mean, how well are they going to actually be at producing and innovating stuff moving forward? Is this just a fly-by-night company? These are all a bunch of questions that can only pan out in time. Me personally, I've used their products, I've liked their products, and my wife actually picked up one for me that'll be delivered here Saturday. And what it is, it's going to be the Q40. The Q40, right here. It's going to come with two coils, like an 11-inch Raptor coil. Then it's going to come with a 9-inch Sniper coil. It's going to have the low latency wireless headphones, and it's going to come with a full 2-year warranty. The Pro Pack box value there is $549, which is what it's worth. But calling up some of these dealers here, I shopped around and asked them, hey man, do you got any open boxes that I can buy from you? And I got one, man, for $349 shipped. I can't complain, man. For $349, it's worth the risk for me to go ahead and buy this, review it, use it out there in the field, see if it actually can find the things that my other high-priced and high-end detectors can find, and relay that information to you. And you know what? As far as I'm concerned, USA dealers don't even care no more. Because if they were so bad, they wouldn't even sell this product. You know what I mean? If they were so concerned about their reputations as a dealer, selling a company that has a reputation for, or a background for being a rip-off and a fake and a fraud and a clone, they wouldn't jeopardize their authorized dealership reputation, right? So let me take a look at who's actually selling this stuff. Amazon, Detector Power, Sirius Detecting, Colonial, El Dorado, Kellyco, Planet Kennedy, Treasure Metal, Michigan Metal Detectors, Northwest Detector Sales, PA Diggers, Treasure Hunting Outfitters, USA Metal Detecting, Blackjack, Jerry's Metal Detector Sales, and Treasure Coast. Man, these are a lot of powerful names in actual authorized dealers that are selling the Quest stuff. They don't seem to care, so why should we? I'm going to give it a go. But Jonathan, there's your answer, man. Why does North America not really hold and regard this detector company in high regards? Well, it's just not popular. I mean, it got its rough starts, man. But, I think that they've done well enough to clear their name and go legit. And I really do think that they have a solid quality detector. Or else, why would I waste my money and my time reviewing this product? So anyways, man, thank you again, man, for shooting your comment. If I can answer any of your stuff, man, I'd be happy to do it. Do the homework and the research for you. And that's that. I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Tech Talk 26, man. Thank you again for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, leave your comments, share your thoughts. And folks, I'm gonna close it right here. It's Joey Vegas Detect. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next video.